Hello and welcome everyone to Sticky Fingers Cooking School. My name is Chef Dylan and I am here today to highlight some of the amazing stuff we have upcoming in our Food Science 101 class, which starts April 6th online. I will be teaching this class and I'm super excited for what we have in store. Today I want to highlight just a little feature of what we'll be doing in the class. We're going to do an experiment and complete a recipe per class for this 4-week session. All right, today I'm going to do the growing glove experiment and make some grapefruit soda. All right, if you would like to follow along with me and do the experiment along with me at home and the recipe, you will need just a few simple things. First, you'll need a glove. All right, just any old latex glove will do. Something that can kind of inflate for this one. All right, you'll also need baking soda. Baking soda, most of us have baking soda at home already for a myriad of household things, including baking. You'll also need vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar today just because that's the one I always have at home. Any vinegar will do, any type of vinegar. It's just important that you're using a vinegar because it's acidic, and we'll talk more about that in a second. And lastly, you'll need a rubber band. A rubber band. All right, while you get some of that stuff ready to go, just a little blurb about Sticky Fingers. We've been cooking up amazing food in Illinois, Texas, and Colorado since 2012. And most recently, we've transitioned to an online format where we teach kids all over the world how to cook healthy snacks, and now in your kitchen too. So pretty awesome. We have some upcoming classes that are super exciting outside of food science as well. If you'd like to make bread or pasta or food art, or simply join our culinary club and do a little bit of whatever you'd like, go to our website, stickyfingerscooking.com, and explore away at our myriad of classes. All right, all of our classes explore global flavors and science and art, and it's all through our 800 different recipes that we've created over these years. All right, let's hop into this experiment now. I'm excited. So our main topic is going to be baking soda. All right, now what is baking soda? It is bisodium carbonate. All right, that's the fancy science terminology for this anyways. All right, that's not super important. What's important is what it does when it reacts with other things, which is very important when we're baking with it and cooking other things with it. So this experiment ties directly into making things like cupcakes or cakes or muffins, anything you could think of. All right, first thing you'll do is you'll put a tablespoon of baking soda in the thumb of your glove. All right, so I took a tablespoon of baking soda and I placed that in the thumb of the glove. I'm then just going to twist that off so it stays nice and separate while I'm getting the rest of this all set up. If it mixes together ahead of time, it's not as cool. After you've got it twisted off a little bit, then we'll get our rubber band all set up. So I've got my rubber band tied around the top here, twisted, so that I can kind of tie it off and tighten this, kind of like how you would tie off a balloon. All right, after that, I've measured out just a little bit of vinegar here. In total, you need about 2 tablespoons. I did a little extra just in case I want to go a little bit crazy with this. I'm going to then take my vinegar and pour just a little bit into the bottom gloves there, into the bottom fingers of the glove. All right, once you've done that, tie it off. Tie off your glove. I'm going to add a little bit more vinegar actually. Tie off your glove. Start shaking all of the vinegar or the baking soda in with the vinegar. Shake it up and watch your glove expand and inflate. I always like to give mine kind of a high five. It's like you have a helping hand in the kitchen. Now, what is this demonstrating? What's cool about this? Why are we doing this in a food science class? Well, you use baking soda all the time in the kitchen, like I was saying. What you're filling up in this glove is carbon dioxide. All right, we're showing off an endothermic, a cold transferring reaction. All right, now this is important because this is what gets trapped inside of batters and cupcake things like that and make them rise up like hot air balloons or like a growing glove. All right, this is one of my favorite experiments. It's really fun. The more you shake it too, the more it inflates and your glove just keeps growing. All right, I'm gonna set that in my sink just to deflate in case any vinegar spills out while I do the next experiment. Now the next one, we're gonna use baking soda again, so keep that out for this next experiment. All right, we will also need just a little bit of powdered sugar. All right, I've already measured out a couple tablespoons here. All right, you will also need a grapefruit, 3 grapefruits actually. All right, now grapefruits have a lot of the same properties as our vinegar, and it will create that same reaction that we just created inside this glove to make a soda. All right, so we're gonna cut 3 grapefruits and juice them. All right, I'm gonna use my handy dandy sticky fingers knife. Whoops, there we go, let me flip that around. My amazing sticky fingers knife. I'm gonna hold my grapefruit with my bare claw so that I don't cut myself. And I'm gonna saw it right in half. Once your grapefruit's sawed in half, just take a second to appreciate how pretty that is. Isn't that beautiful? I always like to smell my grapefruits too because they just smell so good on top of looking so good. So take a sniff, see what you think, and then squeeze all the juices into a pitcher. All right, preferably a nice big pitcher so that we can fit lots of juice and lots of bubbles. All right, be prepared for lots of bubbles. If you've ever seen like a volcano experiment, this is pretty similar to that. All right, so we're gonna fill up our pitcher with a lot of juice here. I've got one more to juice. After you've got all of your juice in your pitcher, I'm gonna take a look at how much I have. Luckily, my pitcher is a measuring cup too. So I'll take a look. I've got about a half cup of juice. I'll fill it up with another half cup of water. All right, another half cup of water. And I'm just gonna set that to the side for a second. All right, that's gonna be the flavor to our soda. Now, we'll use this baking soda that we used earlier, our bisodium carbonate. We'll throw this into the pitcher and it's going to just explode with tons and tons of bubbles. I wanna have my glass of ice ready to pour my drink over and have my powdered sugar ready to stir in just before I drink it. All right, so that's kind of a lot of things. Let me repeat really quick. We have our pitcher with the juice of 3 grapefruits, about a half cup of water. I've measured 2 teaspoons of baking soda. I've got my glass of ice and a 1/4 cup of powdered sugar, just to make sure we balance out how tart and sour our grapefruit was. All right, I can't wait anymore. I'm ready. Here's our acidic grapefruit juice, our baking soda. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a stir. Look at those bubbles. Look at all those bubbles. We're making soda from scratch, just like that. And those are really thick, frothy bubbles inside my pitcher here, if you couldn't tell. Very, very thick. It's pretty cool to say that you could make your own bubbles from scratch for your own soda. Once it's ready at that point, I'm gonna take my powdered sugar, dump that in. I'm just gonna swirl it around until that's all mixed in. Give it a swirl and pour it over my ice. Oops, almost overfilled it. Ooh, I almost forgot. I always like to garnish. I always like to garnish my drinks with a little lemon. So let's see, it looks very pretty. Let's see if it tastes delicious. Cheers, everyone. Bon appetit. It's fizzy, it's bubbly, it's got a nice tart, sweet flavor, and that was our grapefruit soda, everyone. So, just a reminder to wrap everything up. This grapefruit soda and my, oh, it's still inflated. I was gonna say deflated glove. These are just a small taste of what we're going to do in Food Science 101 starting April 6th. That's Thursday evenings with me, Chef Dylan, I am so excited to get cooking with you and explore the amazing world of food science together with you. Cheers, everyone. See you on April 6th. Bye.